Hello folks, welcome back to another episode of Day Trippin'. We are coming at you from the fly shop today. Rob just left and we put a bit of a plan together for tomorrow. We are going to go up in elevation and check on a lake we haven't fished in a while. Hoping to find some little piggies, as there's some catchables in this lake that have reached now 2 years old. So they should be a pretty good size. And it's warm. It's we're hoping to go up high to get out of the heat, but it's likely pretty warm up there too, so could be tough slugging. But I mean, if you can get a couple of piggies in a day, then it's probably worth it. So I think we're going to go a little earlier than normal, and we'll probably be off the water by early afternoon. It just gets too hot now, so we'll see what we can find, and we're bringing you along. So stick with us, stay tuned, and let's get after it. Okay, we made it, and we're fishing. Probably noticed we're starting anchored. We didn't do a lake tour today, because you may also notice there's nothing behind me today. So we may have left our motor at home.
What's this stuff?
That's our oars. So we may have left those at home too. But we have a Moby, and we have a little 2x4, and so when we got here and realized we forgot the motor, we kind of hummed and hawed on shore, like, do we fish, do we not? We're already here. We're like 4,500 feet, so we're up pretty high. We made the drive, and then as we're sitting there contemplating, sploosh, 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 we got a few fish move out here. So I was like, okay, we're going fishing. So we got out here. It is summertime. The reason we're up so high is to try and get out of the heat. This water is kind of in the upper 60s, so approaching that almost time to give them a break temperature, but still okay. So we're going to give it a go today. I've got a little marabou damsel on, just an M&M in olive. And what do you got, Rob?
A leech. Oh, no, sorry, I got a blob.
Blob, okay.
Yeah.
So going to start with some staples. Haven't seen much for bug activity, but again, we didn't go far. I mean, the boat launch is 200 yards that way, so
I tried to get him to go farther, but he couldn't keep up with me with the rowing. So,
well, you know, I had the Moby. He's got the real oar.
I got the plank.
But there's some fish around, so we'll fire up the finder, see what we can see, and hopefully we can get into one or two. Okay, Roberto's on one. Short little piggy?
It's a little piggy. I don't know. I didn't check the stocking, so.
Well, there should be, from what I remember, there should be 1 and 2 year old catchables in here. So
well,
this could maybe be.
Then this is this year's catchable. Lots of catchable fishing this year, eh?
Well, yeah. I mean, with all the kills.
Well, now he's just horsing.
Oof. Come on up. Come on up. Look at that thing. Oh, my God. Jeez. Oh, get him in there. That thing is so fat. He might be as big around as he is long.
I got just that. I'm at that breaking point for tension.
Yeah,
You know just
yeah.
how much you can pull.
Look at this thing.
Come on, get your nose up. Get your nose up. Get your nose up. There you go.
There it is. Nice, dude.
Shit.
That's all right
Yeah.
for the unknown mission.
And you know, for this murky water, like look at the let me unbutton them, and then I'll show you this fish too. Like how clean he is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Easy, buddy.
Look at it. He's beautiful looking too, man. Hey?
Yeah.
Holy.
You know,
I didn't expect him to be that lighter color in this kind of water.
well, it's actually not that bad a colored water. It's just this blueness.
I guess, yeah.
Man, it didn't take you long to get right in my water, did it?
Don't worry about it.
Jeez. Okay.
Just never mind.
So, first things first, before they accidentally make.
Yeah, let's see. This is curious. Where they are in the water column is like weird. So we're in 16 feet of water, 15 feet of water, but we're fishing 6 feet down because, as I showed you in this clip, the
I have to move my oar.
oh,
That's
yeah.
another discussion.
We'll explain why. Oh, I was under.
Ready, dude? You're under.
Ah! Okay.
Oh, I think mine just twitched too.
All right. Well, hurry up then.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Wait.
Oh my goodness gracious. Ah, jeez, man.
And there you
Oh,
go.
bye-bye.
Oh.
Were we expecting that? Sheesh.
Well, the research shows that could be in here. I mean, you
Yeah.
said it yourself. 2-year catchables,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
Yeah, it was a porker.
oh,
Awesome.
look at this.
What do we got? Okay, some hyalellas. What are those?
No, those are Gammas.
Or sorry, Gammas. Yeah,
And
there's hyalella in there.
and there's a little.
Look at the size 32
yeah.
cron.
And then that bloodworm.
Oh,
And a Chaoborus pupa.
interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to keep chucking the blobs at them because they seem to be taking them. I've missed one while we're filming here, so let's get back in the good water and see what happens.
Okay, so I'm not sure. I think we told you that I was on the blob for that last fish, but I think in all the excitement, surprised to see that fish. We didn't talk much detail about it. So I think Brandon said in the on the water session that we were anchored in 16 feet. And I first set close to the bottom like I normally do. And it was nothing. But the fish finder, we were glancing at it and we thought we saw a fish come through at 6 feet. And I was like, what? How can there be a fish 6 feet below us? So anyway, didn't think much of it, but shortly after another one and then another one and another one. So it's like, okay, we know our fish finder pretty good. So those are fish. Come up to 6 feet, throw it out there. And sure enough, it didn't take long at all, maybe a minute. And that fish was on. So yeah, just some information from the first fish that we didn't get to. This is crazy. Dude, you guys wait till you see this fish.
So
Oh.
earlier we showed you a clip of the fish finder and fish coming through at like 6 feet, right? So we've been hanging these blobs out 6 feet. Well, the action hasn't been great, and but they're still coming through under the boat. So I brought my bobber in. I literally plunked it right here, and I had 2 bites, and then I hooked this fish 6 feet below the boat in 16 feet of water.
They're coming under the boat pretty steady. We're watching them. So I'm like, Brandon, just put that underneath the boat, would you? I guess I could try it. Puts it underneath there. What the heck was that? Bobber goes down. I don't.
Wait till you see this fish.
Is it now? I can't tell from the water. Like I thought it was
hard with this algae.
Yeah, I thought it was one age class up from the one that I got, but when I first seen it, it looked almost double the size. So who knows? I mean, the water's murky.
I think it's the same,
but it's at least as nice as that other one.
Yeah.
I keep looking over my shoulder. Come on, Bobber.
You gotta be right beside the boat.
Yeah. Well, that's where I'm going next as soon as we get this one in. Where is he? Where is he?
Jeez.
Yeah, he's at least as good. You think he might be a little better.
Ooh,
wow.
Fish.
Oh yeah, he's a blueback. Yeah, he's got that little tinge on his back. So cool.
But like you said last time, max tension.
I know. You can kind of tell, like, you gotta, you have to stop.
That thing's just to the side of the mouth.
And that's the original fruit roll-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. That fly since day one has just been incredible. Holy man. Come on. Oh, come on. Get him in there.
Buddy,
all
not
right.
bad for 6 feet under the boat.
Here.
Bam. All right, let's get him over.
Let's get him over so I can watch my bobber. What a tank. There he goes. Very nice, dude.
We will take those, man. They're not fast and furious, but they're around. And if we only get a handful of those today, it was well worth coming out.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Okay, so a little something to think about section when it comes to fishing in the summer. Number one, typically we look for high elevation lakes where we know the temperature will be cooler. But even then, like, it's not just elevation. We want to really pay attention to the water temperature. If we're approaching 70, we get up in those ranges, it's time to give the fish a rest. The second thing is a lot of times getting there early and fishing only till about 11, 12 before it gets too hot. And the fish are more aggressive then anyway, so a little bit better, a little bit of a, you got to get up earlier, but you get a little bit more action. And then the evenings, of course, as well. The other thing that we encounter a lot during the summer is, I don't know if you can pan to the water there, you've probably seen it in some of the pictures, in some of the videos, but you have to deal with this algae. For the most part though, it's more visually unpleasant to the angler. If you can get below it, it's not usually too deep. Or if you have to fish in it, you just use flies that with body materials that aren't as conducive to clumping up that algae, right? So Chironomids with just beads, white beads, or black beads with no gills. If you're fishing a damsel, you might want to use a V-rib, an olive V-rib rather than the marabou. So there's things you can do for that. And then finally, lots of water, a hat, a light one preferably, glasses, shirts like this, sunscreen. We don't really like it, I don't really like it. But if you have to use it, use it. And oh yeah, that's another thing. Beef up the tippets, play the fish fast.
Yeah.
Make sure they're revived, keep them wet, get them back in the water. So yeah, just something to think about. Summer's summer, it's hot, but you can still catch fish. Just make sure you take those tips into account.
Okay, well, we figured maybe we'd talk a little bit about the old Blobberoni. That's kind of been the fly of the day today, and seems as it's warmed up from the spring until now, we've been seemingly using them a little bit more. We don't carry a lot of them. I think we've got about 4 or 5 different color variations that we hang on to, and we don't even often cycle through them. Usually whatever first one gets put on, either it catches a fish or it doesn't. Maybe, I think we're probably going to play a little bit more with some color variants. We're probably behind the ball on that, but maybe look at some different options that way. I don't think I've ever fished one 6 feet down in 16 feet of water before, but if that's where the fish are, you got to put it in front of them. And we did that today, and they ate them. So one thing I like to do with my blobs that's maybe a little bit different is tie them on a jig hook. So I've got either a slotted bead or a head turner, and then a jig hook. This time of year for this presentation, it doesn't make a difference, but a lot of times you're throwing those things right into the garbage, into the weeds, and so it's nice to have that hook point up. It just allows you to float through the zone a little bit longer, a little bit better. So yeah, aside from that, you got anything for the blobs, Rob?
Just the one that I use the most is our original fruit roll-up, the apricot.
Apricot, Daphnia Fritz, yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be one of the, that's the one I've been using all day today.
Yeah.
And like you said, a couple other colors, I think 5 at the most I have. I use 3 of them for the most part. And yeah, I think you've got them in the shop.
Yep.
And if not, they're online.
Yep.
And that's that.
Right on.
Blob them up.
See if we can get one more. He's going, ladies and gents. He's going. Where's he going?
Come on, get on the reel. There we go. Okay, I feel a little bit better about that, man, because he was swimming right towards me. And you know what? If they're anything like what we've been getting, I don't want to put slack on them.
No. No.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Another good one.
Away he goes. I'm going to try and do a one-handed zinger here and clear the deck. Well, that was less than ideal.
Drag just one notch. But again, they just go to the bottom and they just horse you there. Head shaking, holding.
Terrible camera work here. I'm just trying to get my freaking line organized.
I'm just trying to keep them from deciding to go towards that anchor rope. I think I got him okay. Man, I cannot turn him.
Strong.
Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, that's what happens. It's
Yeah.
just like, see,
No,
I'm in
thanks.
control. That's what's happening. Okay. One more notch on the.
Almost thought I saw him there for a second, but yep. Oh my goodness.
Look at the.
Oh
the
my
shite on
goodness.
On my line.
Look at the color of that fish.
Oh, get away from the rope.
Oh my goodness. Roberto.
Yeehaw.
That
See, I'm
is
telling you, we should go fishing today.
gorgeous. That's it.
Look at it. Huh?
Whew. Okay. Well, we apologize for having to cut for pictures, but unfortunately all these fish are picture worthy. So please hold and we'll be right back. Blobs are kind of the thing, but one thing we cannot do is put our freaking rods down, huh? Like the second you put your rod down to try and whatever, they bite and they're so soft. Oh my goodness, but jeez. That's a good one.
Okay, come on, buddy.
Let's go.
Come on.
Give him a sec. All right, well, that's a wrap. She's getting a little toasty even up here at high elevation, so gonna call her a day. Expectations were not much coming out here today. We were kind of half-ass in it this morning, forgetting the motor and the oars and that kind of thing, but we got here. We luckily had some fish move not far from the launch here, so we thought, hey, let's give it a go. Turned out pretty fun.
Moving fish is the best fish finder anyway.
Yeah, moving fish is always your best fish finder. You know they're there. So that water wasn't super deep, so we were able to find them. And we didn't get a ton of fish, but they were super high quality, and we got a few of them. So for a morning, early afternoon kind of fish, that's not too bad. So I'll take it. Other than that, I thought we should probably give a shout out to some of our awesome sponsors. So Scientific Anglers, thank you very much for everything you do for us. Temple Fork Outfitters, Dominic's, the fly shop at Dominic's Marine, and the Journey Boats. Can't do it without the Journey Boats, nor can we do it without the Dearborn Ford effing Ranger. So appreciate all you guys for the support and for the help, and thank you to all of you that watch. We appreciate you guys too. It's we do this so hopefully you can elevate your fishing game a little bit and enjoy it just like we do. So I think that's all I got for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, all that fun stuff. Really helps us out and gets this info to more folks. So the more people that fish, the better off everything is. So hope you enjoyed it. Until the next one, cheers and tight lines.